doing, folks? I'm actually set up, get started. This is called, title of the video is called Once Upon a Child. And this is part 2 of the series. Once again, the name of this video is Once Upon a Child. This is part 2. I've talked about a lot of childhood stuff I've seen happen to me, things I see other people do with their kids, something of my own. Some of my experience comes from my coaching experience when I coached Little League baseball and flag football. I still do that now, and I coach basketball during that time too. So there's a lot of just thoughts and stuff on here. So I did part 1. This is generally kind of like a general overview, sort of. So part 2 is going to be the early influence. Early influence. I'm dead. And certain things I've learned through my experience and other things, there are certain things that you got to understand with kids. Like, there's certain things that, with the old saying, apple don't fall too far from the tree, there's things and traits you see them early on that you be like, oh my goodness. And the parent just look up, be like, I say, well, that's kind of half of you. That's some of you or daddy or mommy, dad or whatever. It's like, and that's some of the early influence of light, some of your gene code stuff that you've been into, what you're going into. Not to say you got to be stuck there the rest of your life, but some of the stuff that you're going into could be a lot of things, and some stuff don't show up till later. Oh, let's say you have kid behavior problem, but you were out doing drugs while you were a pregnant kid. I know somebody actually living that life right now. I've known them for years. I'm talking about the kid itself. Well, grown adult now, but I'm just saying it's because of some of the stuff that's happened to them, struggles they had in their life, and I just watch and be like, ooh. I believe also substance abuse is like the worst thing. They're like, some parents that do that, at least I give them some credit, they make sure their kids don't see them do that. And I appreciate that if you're gonna do it, and I'm anti everything. I don't want you drinking, smoking, and having. I really don't want you eating certain foods. That's just me. This is where I'm at in my life. I wish a lot of people feel like that we have a lot healthier physically and mentally in America. World, generally speaking. But, you got apparently some alcohol, you got dad drunk, mom high, dad high, or dad high, mom drunk, and it's just like all the kids see. And that comes to early influence. Sometimes that's a good thing. Sometimes you see that as a good thing early on. You be like, you know what? I don't want to really be that guy or that girl. I want to be that different person. I want to do that. Go down that route, be there, or be a participant in that. But in some cases, like, hey, look, mom, dad did it. It's cool. I go ahead and do it. So it's like when you put your kid's life early on to something you should be careful of. Also, let's face it, some people get anger issues to deal with. And sometimes that runs down from hand in hand down the DNA line too, and things like that happen. And things that go on with that, you get people get upset, they get angry, they don't react to stuff, do stuff wrong. Your parents do that now. The kid doing that, you're frustrated kid, and you know what to do. And I would tell a lot of people this. Before you get mad at your kid, especially you don't catch a lot of these stuff by time before they start going to school and interacting at 2, 3, 4 years old. And some of these issues, they see, they say monkey see, monkey do. So, and you think it's all right to do it in front of the kids, no big deal. And I'm gonna tell you the worst thing to do. The worst thing to do. The worst thing to do is, and it almost sometimes leave falls on deaf ears. To do as I said, not to say do as I do. Because sometimes you do what I said, but then you see them doing something else. Trust me. Kid, they may hate in a second. They may change course a little bit, but somebody's like, you know what, they did it, I'm gonna do it too. What's wrong? They doing it, Like I said, unfortunately, a lot of us are monkey see, monkey do. Especially young age, you just see what you know a lot of times. Environment you hang around, parents you can't have certain friends around you hang kids. And people, hey, they're not positive influence in your kid's life, they gotta go. I don't care to be your best friend from kindergarten. They gotta go. Straight up. But then some parents do, because especially younger parents, they so cool and hip and cool now, they're the opposite. They get rid of the good friend tell, hey, look, you need to take a kid, need to do this, a kid need to go back, hey, do better in your life. Hey, don't talk to you. You should be talking to a kid like that, and they get mad at you, offended. I've had to me a couple of times to tell, hey, look, y'all a little out of pocket. Oh, no, come on, you don't have no kid. You don't have no kid. No. I'm like, okay. I just be like, all right, no problem, enter. No problem, leave it alone. You know, and that's just one. But, you know, some people just get, it's influence. And that's it, everything. The neighborhood, you know, you do what makes it a rough neighborhood, you know, there's always that one person, though, that you always look towards, gotta be like neighborhood your kid. You know, me, I had the old granny that lived on the block, one of my grandparents' houses. Oh, she was like a cool old lady. You sit down and talk to the porch. You sit there talking about whatever. Just Jimmy, hey, good candy tonight. I think she should give me like $1, if I remember correctly. And she was cool to talk to, you know. You know, like, just people like that. But I'm not going to go deep into the personal. That's actually going to be that's going to be actually part 4, so of a thank you video. Part 3 is going to, I'll tell you part 3 towards the end of this, but like I said, you have to have kids around good influence people. And you got to be the best influence on them. If nothing else, especially before the age of 7. Especially before they got 2nd grade. If not, it's a long way back. And if you want to parents think, well, look at they cute, they do little ugly stuff, yeah. But they start hitting, let's say, 10, 11, 12, 13 years old, they ain't so cute no more. And they, you know, can't cuss. You know, you cuss. Now, you cuss around your parent, you cuss around your kid hit it, and you get mad at cuss. And you say, you get mad and like, well, why you get mad at them? You do it. Once again, do what I say, do what I do. Tell them they're adult. Sometimes it just doesn't fly. Let's go be realistic. It just doesn't fly very well. I'm just bringing it down to that level there, because the kids be like, I'll give you all the parent. If you do it wrong, kids gonna call you out, or they don't, you might whoop them, but they might say, they'll just do it and not say nothing, you'll do it anyway, or they'll listen for a moment, but trust me, it's gonna fall back in there. So, it's like, emergency situation, it's sort of like you were EMS or EMT firefighter. I know one of the people on this channel actually does, I think maybe 2 people on here on this channel will listen to that's in the field. You're a first responder, so that's your kid, you're at home, you're the first responder parent as an influence. Now, what I'm gonna do is let you guys know that's basically it. You know, just be a good influence on your kids early on. Because you are the first responder or the first influence in their life. But I'll leave this. Part 3, we're going to talk about the early, actual, real trauma. I'm going to go, I kind of may went to live part 1, but part 3, that's going to be it. And part 4 is going to be the rest of the influence people. Part 3 is going to be the traumatic, and part 4 is going to be the village. We're talking about other people that does have influence your kids like that maybe that was needed. And give credit to some of mine in my past too, outside of just immediate family or immediate being parents. Okay, that's it for now. Thank you very much, people. I appreciate you guys' time. And this is something to think about. That's it. Thank you very much.